All right, let's work with some tuples in C Sharp today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with a tuple of type integer, then I'm going to have a string, then I'm going to have another integer. So tuples basically give you this option of mixing data types. I'm going to initialize those values here, but first, okay, let's just try to put some value. So I'm going to have a $20,000. That's going to be my integer string. I'm going to pretend that I'm talking about cars. So I'll say that this is the made, and I'll pretend that these are the miles. So I have 1,000 miles, and I have to initialize this. But let me just store this in a variable. So I'm going to call this variable my car, and I'm going to initialize it. So it's pretty much done. If I want to print these values, I'll just have to hit console right line. I'm going to go one by one. So I'm going to use these interpolation strings. I'm going to say, okay, on my car dot item one. So this is going to be my item one, item two, and item three. You could have more if you want to. In this example, so I'm talking about cars, I'm going to say, okay, my second value is going to be, again, I'm going to call my car variable, but this time I'm going to call my item two, which is going to be my made, which is Ford. Let me just close this. And finally, I'm going to go with my car dot item three. And that's it. So I initialize the values here, and then I call those three different values with different data types here. So could also add some sort of text here. So I'll say price. Here I'll say made. And here I'll say miles. And that's it. So if I print this, I'm supposed to get these values. Let me just run this program. Let's go back here. Now I'll have that that my price is 20,000, and my made is 4, and my miles are 1,000. So it's actually working. So let's pretend that I want to add a decimal to this tuple. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to say, okay, I want this to be a decimal. So if I have a new, basically a new parameter here, then I'll have to add it here, right? Because I have to initialize 1, 2, 3, 4 values now. So I'm going to say, okay, comma, and then my IntelliSense will help me out. So let's pretend that this is a rating from 0 to 5. So I'm just going to have 4 and I don't know. Okay, let's do 4.2. And because this is a decimal, I'm going to put this M here. If I do that, and I want to print this value as well, I'll have to add it here as well. So, comma, I'll say, I want this to be my car dot item 4. That's my last value. And I want to add some text as well. So I'll say, rating. So that's my rating. And this is a decimal value now. So notice that we mixed integers and strings and decimals. Okay, I feel that that's pretty much it. Let me just run that and let's see if the rating shows up. So if we come here, we will see that we have the rating as well. We got the miles, we got the made, and we got the price as well. Okay. So that's pretty much how you guys can work with tuples in C Sharp. So I hope you guys like the video and I'll see you in the next video.